What's up, sarsaparilla? It's your girl Sassy J, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, guys. So Love Island is back, okay, and I've just watched the first episode. First of all, before we get into the video, I'm just going to ask you guys to give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, okay? Thank you. So anyways, guys, I think I should start by saying like how I feel about the contestants so far. But before I do that, I feel like I need to say this and get it off my chest, because I understand and I appreciate the change that Love Island is trying to make. You know, this season they want to be, they want to be up there with the twists and the turns. But already Love Island just started and it's stressing me out. You know why it's stressing me out? Because I know exactly who's going home tomorrow. Me know exactly who I got him yard tomorrow. Me know. You know, me know, we know. You know what I'm saying? Now, we all know Alima. Is Alima? She's going home. She's going home because this boy Blue, I get pound manners already, right? Blue has made it very obvious from the get-go that she's not his type. And you know what? There's nothing wrong. Somebody's not your type, they're not your type. I did not like when, what's her name, asked him, what do you think about Alima? Alima stood next to your card. She chose you. She chose you from your heart. And he went, oh, all the girls are beautiful. She never asked her that, sir. She never asked her that. She asked her, what do you think about the girl? You know what I'm saying? Right off the bat, that was disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we all have our types. If she's not your type, you might like coffee or you like tea. And if she fall under fruit juice, that is fine. But you know what I'm saying? He really annoyed me. And then when they actually sat down, he was just like, oh, yeah, you're not my type. Let me tell you something. You are not all that, sir. You act like you're hot, or like you think you're all this and that and a bag of chips. No. No, boy Blue. No. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm a little bit stressed out already, because I feel already that Alima is going. Two of the most beautiful girls, in my opinion, in the villa is Shakira and Alima. Unfortunately, Shakira found herself in a situation where she possibly might be going home. Well, she now go home. But just say that, right? She could have gone home tonight. Let's be fair, because obviously they brought the new bombshell in, Tony, the American saucy. You know what I mean? The sauciness from America, from across the pond. But don't you think that Megan and Tony looks alike? They look alike to me, They really do look alike. And I wasn't surprised that she went for Ben. Maybe I go for Ben too. Cause Ben look nice. I'm not gonna lie. If I was booking an Uber and Ben was my Uber driver, but I look upon him a couple times and flirt back my eyelash and all them things there. Hey, Ben. I would have. Ben looks nice. But I don't think Ben has a lot of chat, because he's going to look at the girl and call her, say that she's hard. What did he say? Hard work. That's what he said. She's hard work. I think he just didn't know what to say. I think that's what it is. He didn't know what to say. So he just said, you're hard work. He did say that he was out of practice. But you start off by telling the girl that she's hard work. Plus, when, what's her name? What's her host name again? I can't remember her name, Lord God. We can't put that with me. But yeah, when she was asking him, how does he feel and how do they feel in a couple? What he was saying didn't seem like, he wanted to be there. I don't know, but I think Shakira is peng. Ben is peng and Shakira is peng. I think Shakira looks better than Tony. I do. But I don't want Shakira to go, because I think for me, the three people that I've warmed up to, I think I like Shakira. I think she's beautiful. I think Alima is beautiful. Don't you think Alima actually looks, to me, right? When I first saw Alima, I thought Yewande. You guys remember Yewande? Yeah, Irish Yewande. But be honest now and tell me if this is me. If it's me, then it's me. But don't you think, forget that, Alima is black, right? For a second. She reminds me of Grace. Her features, I feel like her and Grace has similar features. The cheekbones, the beady eyes, the lip. She almost looked like a black version of Grace. But no, so now come for me now. But I'm ready for now. I come. When I come no for deal with unwelcome or uninvited guests. I come, yeah. But I don't know. I look at her and for some reason she reminds me of Grace. She reminded me of Grace. Maybe that's what Grace would have looked like if she was black. I don't know. But anyways, because I think Grace is beautiful anyways. But Alima, I think is beautiful. And I do not like the fact that I already feel in my gut that she's going to be going home tomorrow. Because if the boys are the ones choosing, Blue will happily choose Shakira over what's her name, Alima. And if the person that is left single, the girl that's left single, is the one going home, more than likely if he does that, Alima will go home. Unless Harry decides that he's going to choose Alima over Sophie, because I feel like Harry is a little bit intimidated by Sophie. That's what I'm getting. Sophie is very mature. She's got her head on her shoulders. She knows what she wants. She's experienced. You know what I'm saying? And I can see where she is. I can see her like motivating. I definitely can see. So I'm not surprised that she's a motivational speaker, because you can see it, right? And I feel like Harry's a little bit intimidated by that. And I'm gonna wait and see what comes next. Because he was saying that obviously she's gorgeous, but also, he likes how mature she is and she knows what she wants. But he said that he felt like she might be a little bit much for him. But when she was speaking to him, I felt like you could see where he was a little bit overwhelmed. And usually that stems when somebody's a little bit intimidated. And I feel like that's what's happening with that. So is he gonna jump ship? Is he gonna jump ship and go for Alima? I don't know. I don't feel like he will. I feel like he will stick to Sophie, and I feel like Alima will go home. But anyways, stick up in. Let's talk about the couples as I go along. So, like I said, Ben is probably the most handsome guy in there. He's nice looking. Yeah, Shakira, very beautiful girl. I do like her. But you know what? One of my favorites, personality-wise, surprised me a little bit, is Meg. Because at first, because I was looking at her thinking, I don't know. But then the more I see a little bit more of her personality, how giggly she is, and stuff that she says when she's having conversation with Dijon, I feel like I'm gonna like her. I feel like she's one of the people, personality-wise, I'm gonna gel with. I might be talking too soon, but I feel like I'm gonna like her. Do you know what I'm saying? And I really hope that I do like her, because if I don't like her, then it is what it is. But I feel like I will like her. Do you know what I'm saying? She obviously gave, Dijon 50-50. I feel like she just did it to kind of like, when you first see somebody, you're not quite sure and you don't want to give away too much. But she seems like she really liked him. He seemed like he liked her. Even though I felt like he was fishing for extra compliments. I do understand why he would want to find out why she said 50-50, because obviously you don't want to invest in somebody who's not really interested in you. But at the same time, I feel like he was fishing a little bit for compliments. And also, let me just say, you see them trainers? I'm Jamaican. And if you're not Jamaican, put your hands up. Because they always say, it's a taxi driver, you stay away from them. But I'll tell you, see them trainers, personal trainers? Them love gal and enough gal in a bungle. Gal from Rima, gal from jungle. Enough gal, me I tell you, in a bungle. Listen, he's already saying how much girls flirt with him. Majority of his clientele are females. And it's obvious from what he said when the older woman wants to see him naked, and he's basically made a lot of people happy by fulfilling their dreams, meaning that he slept with a few of his clients. You know what I'm saying? Which is the reason why I don't feel comfortable dating a personal trainer. Because at the end of the day, well, you can't judge all of them, because some of them will, if a man wants to be kept, he will be kept. If he wants to be loyal, he will stay loyal. But he's already sleeping with his clients, honey. And that's his career. Do you know what I mean? He's still probably working or still having those girls as his clients that he's been sleeping with. So when we get together, what's going to happen with that situation? Because more than likely, they already crossed that river. Do you know what I mean? Then they're on the bank again, Them on the bank again. Them crossed that river. They stepped together already. So I would not feel comfortable knowing that he's still training the people that he slept with. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not sure about that one day. But she might be able to handle it, but I don't know. Let's see. But who's next? Tommy and Megan. Tommy and Megan, very giggly. Obviously, they both have similarities already because he's half Italian and she's quarter. They're family from like Sicily, so that's already something. It's a foundation. But I agree with Maya. They need to do some research because the last thing you want to do is hook up with your cousin or something. I would not want that for myself. You know what I'm saying? He seems like a little bit of a mommy's boy. I'm not gonna lie. Tommy seems like a mommy's boy because, you know, already he's talking about, you know, his little room and, you know, listen, if you are close to your mom and you like to make sure that your mom has a say in your relationship, or you want to make sure that your mom is happy with your partner, there's nothing wrong with that. Let me voice that right now. Let me voice that right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the kind of person. If I find me a man that I like and nobody else in my family like them, that's not for them business. You live your life and you live my life. That's your business. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. But I don't know. He's already told her, like, he lives with his mom still, and he has his little in his little box room. Do you know what? I love his honesty, and I just think he's such a little. He just reminds me of a little. I don't know. He has like a teenager. I don't know. Bless him. He's just a young spirit. But he's did say to the guys like this is his first time like sleeping in bed. I'm guessing overnight with a girl, sleeping in bed with a girl like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he's been. I don't think he's been in a relationship before. A lot of these people they go on Love Island. They're like, oh, I've never been in a relationship before. Da, da, da. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, are they telling the truth? I really don't know. I don't know. But anyways, I feel like they like each other and they might be one of those couples that get in close really early, but will it work out? I don't know. I feel like they will become the first kind of love. You know, every Love Island, you have that one couple that stick to each other. Do you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it goes funny. It goes left further down. I feel like I'm not saying that they will go left, but I feel like they're gonna be one of them couples that stick together. Do you know what I'm saying? I just feel like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Comment down below, let me know what you think. Helena and Connor. Connor is not somebody I would have seen on the street and be like, ooh, nice, a bit of me. But that Irish accent though, let me tell you, the moment that boy opens his mouth, I love me an Irish accent. I'm not a person with accents and I don't like a very deep accent. I don't care where it's from. I don't like a deep accent because I still don't like the country accent, patois accent, let alone, do you know what I'm saying? But I like an Irish accent. And yeah, do you know what I mean? An Irish accent that I can understand. Let me just clarify, because I've heard some Irish accent and when they're talking, I'm like, huh? What? And I'm really good at understanding different accents. I'm going to put that out there. But I've had some ones that's very thick, but his accent is yum. I don't know. It's weird because she said that she doesn't like rugby guys, right? But I feel like she low-key like Connor. But he said he don't normally go for blondes. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't really know. But I feel like they're okay at this moment. I don't think they will work. But I think they're okay at this moment. I don't feel like he's going to choose anybody else. Well, maybe if he gets to choose first, he might choose Shakira. Shakira. You just never know. But I don't see him kind of like, you know, jumping for somebody else right now. But it's the first episode, so we'll have to wait to see. But like I said, Shakira is beautiful. So I'm sure Shakira is not going to go home because one of those boys are going to want to snap her up. Unless her personality is crap, she will be snapped up. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so who's next? Who did I do? I did Meg. I did Shakira, Helen, Sophie. I think I did everybody. I think I did. I don't know. What do you guys think about the bombshell situation? What do you guys think? Because I always try to drop in the bombshell really quickly. But when they said the bombshell was coming in, I thought to myself, you can't dump somebody already. I was really thinking they can't. So when they said that she wasn't going to be dumped, I'm like, okay, good. But comment down below, guys. Let me know who you think is going to get dumped. I know it's Alima, and it's really annoying. It's really annoying. I just feel like this whole thing that they do when somebody gets dumped at the beginning of the show, don't waste my time, child. Don't waste my time to come on the show and I'm only going to get 5 seconds. Do not do that. do not do that. I just think it's so stupid. You can't just be dumping. You might potentially dump great personalities at the beginning of the show. Miss out on some qualities. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's see how Tony is, because maybe Ben will get to know Tony. No, but they're stuck together. I don't think he can be separated. So that's it for that. But Ben, I think Ben is going to be the wild one in this villa. I really think so, because he's like, oh, Shakira's pretty, but bombshells. He was already thinking about bombshells before they even had their first conversations. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like he's going to be the wild card. He's handsome, he's pretty, and he knows it. That's the thing. He's pretty and he knows it, and he's going to use it to his advantage. But let me tell you about the lookalikes. Ben reminds me of Tommy. Tommy, that's who he reminds me of. Ben reminds me of Tommy. Harry reminds me of Tom. You guys remember Tom? Yes, Harry is like Tom. Not a fan of Harry's haircut though, I'm not gonna lie, but each of them own. But Harry reminds me of Tom, and like I said, Alima reminds me a little bit of Yewande, but I cannot ignore her features. It's just so much similarities to Grace. And I know they're like two different, parts of the spectrum, because Halima is dark skinned and Grace is Caucasian. But they have similar features, and I just feel like I don't know. If it's just me, it is me. But I just feel like they have so much going on with similarities with their structure, facial structure. I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know if it's just me or somebody else see it. But guys, let me know what you think about the first episode. They did things a little bit different this year. So instead of having the boys come in and the girls choosing the boys, etc., from that way, it was more kind of like a blind date kind of edition. I think it's good. I mean, it takes away, girls going for physical attraction, I guess. So it kind of adds a little bit of something. I mean, I wasn't blown away by it. It doesn't really bother me. I don't think it made a difference to my life, to be completely honest with you. But I'm sure the other girls are just glad that they didn't end up going for Ben, because now nobody wants to know that they might be potentially dumped from the villa tomorrow, even though nobody knows who's fully safe. Well, apart from me and Uno, because we don't know what's Alima go. I don't want Alima going on. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want it to go, and I just know what's gonna happen, and it's annoying to me to know that she's probably not even gonna get that chance in the villa. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, I am done. This is the first episode. I've already made this thing a little bit longer than I would have liked to, because I don't think I had that much to talk about. But anyways, I'm gonna end this video right now. So guys, if you haven't yet thumbs up the video, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please do not leave without subscribing. Please and thanks. Please and thanks. Okay, the girl's trying to hit 3,000 subscribers. I've been in the 2,000 for too long. I'm not sorry for me. Jesus. All right, please like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's review. But for now, keep it sassy, delicious.